Dead Star, a game about...
Stars that have passed on to the afterlife.
May they rest in peace forever. Oh, I want to tell a funny story. So,
Yeah.
this was probably like a month or two ago when we were at my mother-in-law's, and she had just discovered like online buy, sell, and trade.
Okay.
And so she was like, I want to sell like all my crap, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she's one of those like very Pinteresty people. You know, she's got like all the, you know, fun decorations and stuff.
Oh boy.
And she had this. It looked kind of like a vase, right? But she was just having Jill, my wife, put all these things on her local buy, sell, and trade thing, right, with descriptions. And so Jill took this picture of this vase, and just as a joke, she uploaded it, and the note under it was, "An urn for your dead loved ones." And then like when my mother-in-law found out, she was like freaking out. She's like, "Why would you do this?" But she ended up getting like so many replies like, "Is the urn still there? Do you still have the urn?"
What? Does it have a dead person's ashes in it?
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, it doesn't have the little like top or anything. It's clearly a vase. But they're like, "Do you still have the urn?"
Oh my god.
Thus, Dead Star.
It is the vase containing the ashes of your dead uncle.
Exactly.
Oh shit. Are we recording?
Yeah.
Fuck. All right. Yes, Dead Star. Hopefully, I'll find my grandmother's ashes in Dead Star. Listening to this.
That was about the best intro that I could come up with for this game.
All right. So Dead Star. It is made by the dead hands of Amature Studio. They're actually former dead developers who came from Retro Studios.
There's a lot of death in this game.
Yeah. The developers of the Dead Metroid Prime series.
Oh, very dead, except for Metroid Rocket League, soon coming out for the 3DS.
Soon to be dead because people are probably petitioning for that game.
I think it was dead when they showed the trailer last year at E3.
Ah, shit. All right, so Dead Star is a MOBA, surprisingly, and it's also
not a roguelike. Oh.
No, yeah, it's another one of those crazy fucking up and coming genres that, you know, people kind of have experience in and some don't have experience in. So, yeah, it's also a game that looks like it should have good music, but it totally doesn't. Like if you could hear like the trumpets in the background, they're kind of So Dead Star is a MOBA hybrid. I am not terribly familiar with the MOBA genre. I mean, everybody's kind of heard of MOBAs, League, Dota, you know, all this other shit. Yeah, that's how not into MOBAs I am. All this other shit. But the thing is that like MOBAs is such an impenetrable genre, in certain ways, but then like in others, like you have like random people who play League. Because it's a very team oriented game. Like I just had a neighbor come over at my apartment the other day, and he was talking about how he plays League, but he gets super fucking pissed because people don't listen or they don't get the game. And like not so much League, but in Dota, you get people who aren't experienced at that game, like they just chew you the fuck up because a lot of people just don't know, and it pushes those people away. But long story short, Dead Star is a MOBA hybrid. It plays like a twin stick shooter. But it has the rules and the framework of a MOBA, which is really interesting. So with that said, this is a multiplayer only game, right? And it has, let's get rid of that fucking banner. And it has one mode, which is interesting, and I'll kind of talk about the modes later. So you'll see here Conquest, and then there's like how many people could be there. There's Escape Room, which I'll get to later. And the cool part is that when you get to set location and you go to crossplay, it actually can play, like I'm on PS4 right now, obviously, but I could play against people who are on PC.
This is the future.
Yes, this is the future that we talked about in the other episode, where PC and console will unite in in battles to the death.
Hashtag hybrid master race.
Hashtag Scott hates Xbox. He does not like this feature that Phil Spencer's trying to.
No, he does not.
So all right. So the way that I can first start explaining this game is looking at the ships, right? Because a common staple in MOBAs is that they have like an assortment of characters, and each of them have their own traits. In Dead Star, it's really only is devolved down to 9 different ships, and these aren't ships that you have to unlock. Like they're just there for you, which is pretty nice. I do enjoy that.
I think that every single one of these ships just looks like a large version of a Halo weapon.
Holy shit, you're right. Like this kind of looks like the plasma rifle. This kind of looks like the needler.
Yeah.
Like, oh my fucking god, dude.
Hey, do you want to know how much Halo I've played in my life?
0.
I played a couple matches on that really good map from the first game, and that's it.
Like that's not that far of a stretch, because like the art designers from Retro Studios had also worked at either Bungie or 343, but I doubt that they actually came over to Armature. So anyway, so these of these 9 ships, there are 3 different classes. Like this first column are called scouts, and scouts abilities are they're the fastest ships in the fleet. They can capture outposts, which we'll talk about in Conquest, at 4 times the rate of all the other ships, right? Because they're so lightweight and quick, they can die very, very quickly. So the second column here are called the Raiders. Raiders typically have like very good support. They have very good support abilities, like the Bulldog. I think this is it. Yeah, the Bulldog is a really good class for crowd control. Like you can send out like these bombs that have like these massive blast radiuses, and this is really good for pushing people away from outposts. And it also has like these alternate bombs. They're like EMP blasts that can shut down weapon systems. So this is actually like one of my favorite ones. I actually use which one do I use? I use the Stalker. Anyway, so this final column is the frigates. And these are the biggest, most powerful ships in the fleet. They are specifically designed to take a lot of damage, to output a lot of damage, and in the flow of battle, they're really, really good at either attacking outposts or defending them. So if you see like a fleet of frigates come towards you, you're in deep shit. And if you are going to take over an outpost and you see a whole bunch of these guys chilling over there, then you're gonna have a real fucking fight on your hands.
Okay.
So as you may notice, all of these have these arrows that are periodically blink, these yellow arrows that point up, and they are upgrades. So let's try to see if we can upgrade this guy, the Justicar. Of these ships, like the Justicar is actually more the obvious choice. Its abilities are pretty well balanced, and it's a really popular frigate that you'll see in battle.
Now, is it just a ship or just a car?
It's just a car. Nah, it's a ship. Yeah, everything in this game, like the lore in this game is basically gosh, there's been like a galactic war, shit's gone to shit, and then they have shipped all the shitty people to this shitty star system, and that's where Dead Star is. So
sweet. I said that's sweet. There's just a lot of
Yeah,
a lot of garbage,
a lot of shitty stuff, and a lot of dead stuff going on.
Yeah, apparently.
So here you have the core, which every single ship has this. It basically boosts their speed, armor, and shields, right? Their basic performance assets. You have the lightning cannon, which is all the rest of these 4 are specific to the Justicar. These 2 are pretty nice. It's short ranged, but it's basically like pointing a laser at something, so it's more accurate than the weapons on the other frigates. The repair field is really cool, and that's the one that we're going to try to work on today. It basically puts out like this perimeter, this healing perimeter around the ship, and it's the only ship that can do that. There are other ships that can do healing, but not like this, right? And that's what makes this ship so popular, because you'll see like a fleet of ships kind of hanging around the Justicar, and they're regenerating health as this guy is going in, just like fucking shit up. And then you have the barrier shields. It's like these shields that spin around. The more you upgrade it, the faster they basically repel around the ship and it'll deflect more damage.
Okay, sweet.
All right. So let's upgrade this baby. So we've got components, right? All these yellow things here are components. This is the list of the components that's required to upgrade this particular ship. So you have all these. I'm not going to get into explaining this because this is really going to deep dive. My review should be up by the end of this week, which should be around April 14th-ish by this weekend. And this video will hopefully be up with it. So you can get a lot of that stuff there. So the thing about components is that they do drop randomly at the end of every match. Like you're awarded components at the very end, and it's components that you need to upgrade certain assets of your ship. The problem is, which I talk about in my review, is that there's a point where you're going to kind of plateau and you're not going to get the appropriate components to basically upgrade your ship. So you'll notice as I back up, like all these other assets don't have the yellow arrow like this one. Right, so I basically have to wait until I get the components for all these others in order to upgrade it. All right, and then there is a way that you can do it by recycling stuff, but again, you know, you can grab the details from our review. So let's upgrade the repair field. So I will do one amplifier. I will do another amplifier. One. This guy, and then I'll do electronics, and now it says consume and augment. So it's going to consume, meaning that it's going to basically get rid of all of these components that I have.
Right.
And boom. All right, success ranked to level 1.
Yes.
Right. Yes.
Sweet.
So now I have nothing to upgrade on this ship anymore, and I'm going to have to wait and play a bunch of matches to get more components. Okay. So that is the long and short of the ships, the components needed, yada, yada, yada. All right, so let's jump into a match. And I'll explain what Conquest is along the way.
Sweet.
So I'm actually going to switch up. Actually, I'll wait until the game starts. Or not the game starts, but the lobby starts. Level 13. And I've been playing for... I mean, on the review, it probably clocks it about, like, you know, over a dozen hours. Oh, shit. Wow, it started immediately. Okay, so we're jumping in the middle of a game. We're just going to do this one match, depending on how much time is left in this particular game, because matches last about 15 minutes.
Okay.
So, oh shit, we might need to do another one, because this game's almost over. All right. Fuck. All right, I'm going to launch. Okay, so here I am. I am the Raider ship. Wow, Jesus, this is not going well for us. All right, so what's happening? That circle, the gray circle, and now it's red, basically means that the other team has come in and they have just they've taken over the outpost. All the red sectors, right? The, is that a hexagon? Am I getting that right? Yeah. I don't know. Those shapes, they're all red, so that means that we are in deep shit.
Those multi-sided shapes.
Yes, the six-sided thing. At the very top, you'll see a red bar and a blue bar. Not where it says cannon control imminent, because that basically means that we just lost the fucking game.
All right.
Yeah, that just happened. Okay. So at the very top, you'll see a blue bar and a blue bar and a red bar. Ugh. That basically tells you, like, you know,
colors are tough.
Yeah, colors are tough. All right. Let's get this loading screen, and I'll run a bit through. I'll run through. Yeah, I didn't win anything because I had lasted like 5 seconds in that match. Yeah, so typically you'll see kill assets, tactical actions, all that other stuff. Normally, I'll get awarded components. Fame is basically like your experience, I believe. Okay. And then you'll get, like, you know, certain rewards here, support actions, yada yada yada. Okay, so here, right? So you've got, these are basically like the stars of the match, right? You know, like any multiplayer game, you've got like the top 3 performers. Here, they actually delegated to like the top performer in each and every type of gameplay, right? So you've got top capturers, which are basically guys that capture the most outposts. You've got the top attackers that basically are on the offense, defenders are on the defense, upgraders, which I'll show you in the conquest mode once we get back into the game, are basically people who upgrade the outpost. So once you capture an outpost, you can upgrade it to boost its defenses to make it more difficult to capture.
Okay.
Right? Okay, so here, so we've got region vote, right? So right here, on the left-hand side, we've got region vote, and we've got this one that it has like 5 yellow things, sort of like in an X pattern. Oh, this game's about to start. Never mind. Yeah, this is actually going surprisingly fast. I'm not sure if, because I always thought that like, oh, I'm playing with PC players, so like the games should be happening like that much faster.
Right.
Maybe because I'm talking, I'm noticing how long it takes. But yeah, I expected the matches to happen a lot quicker because I'm playing with both PS4 and PC players.
Right.
All right. So I'm actually gonna go back because my my ship loadout is kind of out of order. So I'm actually gonna switch over to my scout ship. And so we're gonna choose the Razor. And off. All right. So see, I'm a little guy. I'm moving pretty quickly.
So
I'm kind of
small.
big. Yeah, I'm it really tiny, and you'll see like how this guy is in proportion to the Justicar. Oh shit! I better get the fuck out of here because we got yeah. Oh,
Whoops.
and I just hit a mine. All right. So usually at the beginning of a match, this is an interesting setup because it's shaped like a circle. So like at any time, like anybody can attack from anywhere.
I see. But
So
they're not all shaped like this, hey? Like
No. Yeah, you'll definitely see like these are randomly generated, and you'll see like different assortments of how like the sectors are arranged. So right now, what I'm doing is basically trying to whittle down the defenses of this neutral outpost.
okay.
Right? And once I do that, or once my team accomplishes that, then we can make this outpost ours. Right? It's really smart to have a bunch of. Oh, see, now we got that, and see how quickly that countdown is happening. That's because we've got 3 scouts here, because we can all contribute basically 4 times the capture rate.
Huh.
All right. So now I'm gonna switch over to my my raider.
So you can switch ships mid-battle.
Yeah, you totally can.
This isn't Splatoon. You can.
Yeah. It's not an archaic multiplayer game. No, I'm just kidding. I love Splatoon. But yeah, so I switch ships mid battle. So this he's a little bit huskier, right?
He feels slow compared to that other one.
Oh yeah. And you'll definitely you'll see how like the frigates are. So I'm not gonna do what I'm doing for very long, but I'm just kind of doing this to set an example as to what my strategy is. So what I'm doing is I'm collecting ores, and ores are basically like little pickups that I can get once I oh, I actually forgot to mention this about the raiders. The raiders, their key ability is they carry the most ore. Like these are the guys that if you're going to upgrade outposts, they're the ones to do it, right? So what I did is I just transferred the amount of ore, the green stuff that I collected, into the outpost. And as you see on the right-hand side, you see quad turrets, barrier shields, defense lockdown, sector field, right? The more ore I pump into this outpost, it'll eventually level up this outpost and make it tougher to capture, right? So my strategy usually is that I will just hang back and I will just keep upgrading as many outposts as I possibly can, or upgrade an outpost to its maximum level. And what that does for my team is, if you look at the top of the screen where it has the blue and red bars, right, you'll see like a little percentage at the bottom, right? Now the percentage basically means it's the rate in which my team is accruing. Oh fuck, we got a guy over here. It's the rate in which the teams are accruing points. Now we're losing because we are doing it at 0.5. We'll just say 0.5% rate, and the other team is doing it at 60%, right? So they are accruing points a lot faster than us. They're at 96, 7, and we're only at 68. So the gap is only going to get wider. Right. So what we need to do is I need to upgrade my outpost as quickly as possible, or they need to capture as many outposts. If you lose outposts, right, then the your accrual percentage will go down, right? And then it'll of course go in favor of the other team as well, right? So now we got some guys that are being ballsy and coming over here trying to fuck shit up. See, yeah, so this is the Justicar that I talked about.
So when he's doing that, you can heal yourself.
Hang out and heal up. Yep. Okay. Let's see.
What do you think is the best Star Wars game?
Oh, of course it's Star Wars Battlefront now. I mean the safe answer is always KOTOR. Yeah. Although I've played through some of KOTOR because there was like one point where I guess I was bored. They just fucked me. Yeah. Yeah, so they are like way into the offense. Like they're coming and just tearing shit up.
Yeah.
Oh shit, you know what? No, let me actually get a Justicar out. And
yeah, they're like
they're tearing shit
way ahead there, yeah.
Yeah, so now they're at 70% accrual and we're still at 45%. And if you look at like how many points they get, like they are just smoking us right now. And I'll get to my favorite Star Wars game later.
Okay.
So, and this is actually like part of my concern about this game's balance is that, like, if you and as I say in my review, it's very rare that there is a back and forth between opposing teams that passed within like the first few minutes of the match, right? Like once a team strategy has basically gotten established, then it's like it's either one or the other, right? And obviously in this case it's them. Like they're the ones who have gotten their shit together. If you look at the bottom left corner of the screen, they have 4 sectors, we only have 3, and they have upgraded 2 of them to level 3, which puts them at a significant advantage over us in terms of how many points they're accruing. So that's bad for us basically.
Right.
Yeah.
So is this, you need to get to 700 to win?
Yes. Yeah, for this particular one, yeah, we need to get to 700. And right now we are definitely on the defense. We're trying to push them away and, prevent them from capturing our outposts. So, one thing that I'm, starting to learn that MOBAs do is that your character upgrades or gets upgrades in real time, right? So you start from level 1 and then you have to level up each time. So I know the HUD is a bit complex, but if you look like near where that sort of the multiplayer like updates are going on at the far bottom right, and then right next to it, oh shit, that's bad. I'll talk about that in a second. And then you'll see that I'm at level 5. So actually, let me switch ships because those guys have gone away. I could transfer some ore. Yeah, so I can, like if I destroy ships, if I level up outposts, if I do stuff, then I level up my ship, which is good. That pink thing that you're seeing fly across the screen is very bad.
Okay.
These are called events, and some maps have random events that go on. In this particular case, it seems like we have a plasma storm.
Okay.
Plasma storms are pretty fucking killer. Like as soon as that thing touches my ship, like I'm toast, right? Like it'll instantly destroy my ship, right? What's even worse is if a plasma meteorite or whatever hits that outpost, it immediately knocks it away, like it knocks it out of our control.
Oh.
So then it'll just destroy it and then it'll like knock it down to neutral and then it's fair game for anybody, right? In moments like that, I've sort of pivoted my strategy because I'm a very defensive player that I like to upgrade as many outposts as possible.
Yeah.
What I do is I actually revert back to the home base, which is it's the thing that it is the goal of the game to destroy the enemy's home base, and I start upgrading that because the home base has a shield around it, and it sort of protects it from stuff like these plasma meteorites that come showering down. So since we're on the defense again, I'm gonna switch back to the Justicar and try to hold these guys off. Interestingly enough, like every outpost kind of has their own characteristics. We kind of just discussed some of that with this particular one. Some of them would be able to offer bonus stats for all the ships in a sector.
Okay.
Boy, I'm hurt pretty bad. Some will spawn. This guy's gonna fuck me up. Some will, yeah, look at my health. It's like really bad. Yeah, I just got toast. Some will offer like little quote-unquote creeps or little neutral ships that you can commandeer and put you under, not under your control, but they'll basically escort you and protect you. So there's an advantage to picking particular outposts. And within each sector, you will also see nebulae. I think that's the correct plural term for nebulous.
Nebuluses.
Yeah, octopuses. And there's certain nebulae that offer certain bonuses, like they will, positive and negative buffs, I should say. Some will take damage, some will give you a power boost, some will repair your ship, stuff like that. I don't actually see any nebulae in here. I think that this place is completely devoid of any nebulae whatsoever. So yeah, this match is going to end pretty quickly because they're at
for almost 470.
Yeah, they're inching 500, and we're only at 330 something, and their point accrual rate is at 65 and ours is at 45. So yeah, they're way ahead of us. All right, I'm deconstructing, and I'm gonna go back to trying to upgrade this base. Actually, you know what? Let me actually go on the offense.
Yes.
Show some more action and show us being completely fucking smoked.
I'm excited.
Yeah, it looks like the safe bet is the middle sector, because that's where you see, and the map is actually really informative of showing just who is doing what, like how much action is taking place where.
Which is nice because it's a pretty simple map, but it's like, I mean, I've never played, but I can read it fairly easily and discern what's going on.
I better back out because they got their turret shooting at me. Yeah. So, just sort of like in the sort of like meta discussion of like MOBAs and stuff like that, like this game, like once you get used to it, it's pretty simple. Like, I mean, there's not a whole lot of coordination needed. Like, I always appreciate multiplayer games that this guy's gonna fuck me up.
Oh.
Come on, buddy, help me. Oh, sweet. Oh, he's toast. Oh, yeah, he died. My favorite multiplayer games are multiplayer games that, like, basically they signpost what you need to do as a team without the need of, like, picking up a mic and actually talking to people.
Right.
Because, I mean, like, let's be realistic here. Like, not everybody is in the mood to talk to people, right? Or not everybody has a working mic, things like that. Like, people are dicks on the internet, as we discussed, or by the time this comes up, people are dicks on the internet.
Listen to our podcast.
Yes. Yeah, we do get into that, pretty hardcore. So I really do like games like that. Like a good example, like one of my favorite games that does that really, really well is actually Killzone Shadowfall. I think that game's campaign absolutely fucking sucks, but its multiplayer is like really, really well designed. Oh shit, one of those meteorites again. Where, let me go back here because I think we got some guys coming over here. Yeah, it actually has like this fairly sophisticated class system, but there's enough information that's read on screen that you know what to do depending on your class. Right. And it's the same here, right? Like if you're a frigate, you know that you are, either defending or trying to capture outposts. If you are if you're a raider, you're trying to upgrade outposts. If you're one of these little guys, or these guys are actually AI, then you're trying to support and capture. Oh, whoa. Okay, so yeah, we are balls deep into this.
In the thick of it.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is a different type of outpost. It's got like some turrets on it and all that good shit. Oh, actually, it's the same as ours. Never mind. So yeah, this match is gonna be over like fucking soon. So.
Almost there.
Yeah, let's see if I can make my way over.
You had them down. They were only at getting like 0.4 for a little bit there, but.
Yeah. Now they're. I mean, yeah, they are way ahead of us. They're at they're at 75%. And we are only at 45.
Yeah,
so there's no way in hell that we're going to win this.
Yeah. So this has been Dead Star and Dead Jamaal.
Yeah, right. Pretty soon. Yeah, and once we'll get out of this, I'll kind of talk briefly about like the other mode, which I'm not gonna actually play because I can't. Oh, fucked! Oh. God damn, that's the bomb that I was talking about from the.
And done.
Yep, and we're done. Yep. So we lost. Yeah, and it like it does kind of become like a balancing issue. Like we shot on Splatoon just now. But that's actually something that Splatoon does way better than this game, right? Like in Splatoon, like from start to finish, like you don't know who's gonna win, right? Because like it is like
you can turn it around really quickly.
Oh yeah, I mean it is like that is just a marvelous competitive design. Like you just don't know who the fuck's gonna win until the very last second. In this game, like once you're like halfway through, like all right, well red team's gonna win, like clearly, you know, like it's determined pretty fucking early, and you're basically just wasting your time for the rest. So there is definitely like a balancing issue there. Okay, so we talked about all this shit already when I was in that game for like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna jump out, right, and lastly, we'll talk about here, escape run. Okay, so escape run is interesting. For those reading the review, you'll notice that I do not talk about escape run in my review, and for good reason. I was actually mentioning to Scott that I was like, I don't think I'm going to actually attach a score to this game because I could not get a chance to play escape run.
Okay.
But I thought about it. I played this game, like I said, for like over a dozen hours, and I still am not able to play this mode. And that's because escape run basically is a mode where I need to get something that's called a contract, right, from performing especially well in a conquest match, right? So so basically if I kept doing what I was doing in terms of upgrading that outpost, right, at the end of the match, and say we win or we lose, I would be rated as top upgrader.
Okay.
Right. So I am the best upgrader in that match. Right. Now, once you become like the best performer in any of those categories, then you are eligible for the possibility of getting a contract.
Okay.
And kind of see where this is going. Right.
Yeah.
So, and I've done fairly well in my matches. Like I've been top defender, I've been top attacker, I've been top upgrader, like lots of times. And none of those times have I ever received a contract. Like I'll actually go here right now. Okay, so I'm going to hit escape run, and it's going to say no contracts available. Escape run contracts can be earned as rare rewards when completing conquest matches, right? And that's a huge bummer, right? And it actually
it's
sounds
a big part of the game that you're not getting to.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds pretty exciting. Like if you read into the lore of this game, about how you've got like all these races that are banished to like this certain section of space, and they are trying to get out. Like escape run is that, right?
Yeah.
You basically hijack like a capital ship, and you were to escort it out of this star system. So it ties in with the lore pretty well, and it sounds exciting, but I can't play it because I've never gotten a contract.
That's too bad.
And I played this game for like almost 15 hours.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, I mean that's like the biggest bummer to me in this game. So in hindsight, Dead Star, it's a fun easy MOBA to get into, right? Like some of your rule sets of MOBAs, like like multiple ships that have like distinct abilities. There are some upgrade trees there. You can upgrade these ships like in real time in the middle of matches. There's like you can do with characters in MOBAs, and the goal is to capture outposts. Like you could capture towers in MOBAs, but the multiplayer scoring balancing can definitely use some tweaking because as you just talked about, you could determine matches very early generally. And the biggest bummer is just like how much of a it's very rare that a lot of people will be able to get into escape runs. So yeah, that's Dead Star.
So that's Dead Star. Make sure to check out Jamaal's review, which will be up at the same time as this video. at powerupgaming.co.uk, and also go there to check out Austin's review of Hyperlight Drifter,
Yes.
which is a game that he very much enjoyed.
That game is real good.
Yeah, so be sure to check all those things out and subscribe to the YouTube channel for all kinds of gaming glory.